Have you ever noticed how easily we drain our energy trying to prove ourselves to the wrong people? Olivia once spent years explaining her career decisions to relatives who never supported her, waiting for their approval that never came. Meanwhile, she was neglecting the one thing that could have actually changed her life: focus. And that's the trap so many of us fall into. We speak more than we act, we explain instead of execute. But here's the truth. David Goggins learned the hard way. The more you talk, the more energy you waste and the less progress you make. Real change starts when you stop broadcasting and start building. This is not just about silence. It's about mindset, motivation, about shifting your mental energy inward, choosing self-discipline over distraction, choosing clarity over validation. You don't need applause, you need structure. You don't need more motivation, you need mental alignment. In this series, I'll walk you through the 5 internal shifts that will teach you how to eliminate distractions, reclaim your energy, and develop the kind of quiet confidence that doesn't ask for permission, it commands respect. So stay with me. Drop a comment. I choose silence. I choose focus. Let's begin this transformation together. Watch until the end, because what's coming next might just change everything. Eliminate the noise. Success doesn't come from talent alone. It comes from focus, from clarity, from being ruthless about what you allow into your mind. And the biggest enemy of clarity. Noise isn't just sound. It's everything that pulls your attention away from what truly matters. It's the endless scrolling, the opinions you didn't ask for, the arguments that go nowhere, and the pressure to prove yourself to people who don't even know your story. The world is louder than ever, but David Goggins didn't rise above the noise by competing with it. He rose by cutting it off. If you're constantly distracted, it's not because you're weak. It's because you've trained your mind to respond to every beep, ping, and opinion. You've trained your mind to be available for the world, but unavailable for yourself. That ends now. To eliminate the noise, you must create boundaries, not just with people, but with your attention. Wake up and don't check your phone. Start your day with intention, not reaction. Choose stillness before the world has a chance to choose chaos for you. You don't need to know what everyone else is doing. You need to know what you are doing and why. This is the first shift of true mindset motivation, becoming unavailable to distractions so you can become fully available to your mission. It's not about cutting yourself off from the world. It's about protecting your mental space like it's sacred, because it is. And the moment you guard it, the moment you stop reacting to every noise, your energy returns to you. Your power comes back. The most successful people aren't busy. They're focused. They say no more than they say yes. Not because they're selfish, but because they understand this truth. You can't build something meaningful if your attention is constantly divided. One goal, one mission, one direction. And you don't need to shout it. You just need to move in silence and let the results do the talking. So ask yourself today, what noise have you allowed into your life, and what would happen if you shut it off? Comment below. I protect my focus and stay locked in. Because in the next part, we're going deeper into how your energy is being stolen and how to take it back for good. Reclaim your energy. Energy is your most valuable currency. Not money, not time. Energy, because without it, you can't focus. You can't grow. You can't build anything meaningful. And yet most people give theirs away like it's unlimited. They let conversations, comparisons, and chaos rob them blind every single day. Let's get real. You're not tired because you're working too hard. You're tired because your mind is cluttered. You're drained because your energy is leaking in 1,000 directions. You're carrying emotional weight that doesn't belong to you, defending your choices, explaining your dreams, managing other people's reactions. And what do you get in return? Anxiety, frustration, and that quiet sense that you're falling behind in your own life. But here's what David Goggins figured out. No one's coming to protect your energy for you. That's your job. That's your responsibility. And it starts with one radical decision to stop giving access to things and people that drain you. You don't need to say yes to every invite. You don't need to respond to every message. You don't need to explain your journey to people who haven't earned the right to hear your truth. Every time you do, you're stealing energy from the one person who truly needs it, you. This is where mindset motivation becomes non-negotiable. Motivation isn't about feeling hyped. It's about becoming deliberate with your direction. Every thought you feed, every interaction you engage in, every choice you make, it's either fueling your fire or dimming it. There is no neutral ground. So how do you reclaim your energy? Start with awareness. Ask yourself who or what drains me the most. You'll be shocked how much you tolerate that doesn't serve you. Next, set boundaries not to keep others out, but to keep yourself centered. Don't explain your silence. Don't justify your distance. Protecting your peace doesn't require permission. And most importantly, refocus. Pour that reclaimed energy back into what builds you, your habits, your learning, your health, your mission. Energy is momentum. The more you guard it, the faster you move. So here's your challenge. Remove one energy leak this week. Whether it's a toxic habit, a draining relationship, or a commitment you no longer align with, cut it. Your energy is too valuable to waste. Comment below, I reclaim my energy. And stay with me, because in part 3, we'll uncover the next level of focus and how to turn it into your personal superpower. Focus is your superpower. Focus isn't just a productivity tool, it's a weapon. In a world obsessed with speed comparison and noise, the person who can stay locked in on one mission becomes unstoppable. Most people don't fail because they lack talent. They fail because they're distracted. They scatter their attention across too many things trying to please too many people and end up mastering nothing. David Goggins didn't build his legendary discipline by multitasking. He built it by locking in, by choosing discomfort over distraction, and by focusing completely on becoming one thing undeniable. You can do the same. But you have to stop being everything for everyone. You have to stop chasing every opportunity and start committing to a direction. The truth is, focus is hard not because your mind is weak, but because the world is designed to keep you reactive. Notifications, social media, constant comparison. It's all engineered to hijack your brain. Every time you check your phone, every time you jump between tasks, you're training your mind to be scattered, and a scattered mind can't build anything great. Focus requires sacrifice. It means saying no to good things so you can say yes to what matters most. It means creating a schedule and sticking to it even when no one's holding you accountable. It means resisting the urge to seek validation and choosing to validate yourself through consistent action. And here's where mindset motivation becomes real. Motivation isn't the spark, it's the system. It's the mindset that says, I don't care if I feel like it, I'll show up anyway. That's how you turn focus into a superpower. That's how you begin to separate yourself from the pack. Most people give up when it gets quiet, when the results don't come fast, when no one's watching. That's your opportunity to build. If you can master focus, you can control your time, your habits, and your future. And when your focus aligns with your purpose, distractions lose their grip. So here's your challenge. Commit to one mission. Eliminate one distraction today. Focus like your future depends on it, because it does. Drop a comment. Focus is my power. And don't miss the next part where we break down how silence, not noise, is the greatest proof of strength. Let silence do the talking. Silence has power, but only for those strong enough to wield it. In a world where everyone is shouting to be heard, silence becomes a weapon. It unsettles. It confuses. It demands attention without asking for it. But most importantly, it protects your energy and sharpens your focus. We've been trained to overshare. We feel the need to explain our goals, our boundaries, our dreams to people who haven't earned the right to understand them. But here's the truth. When you constantly announce what you're working on, you invite noise into your process. You give others the chance to project their doubts, their fears, their limitations onto your vision. And every opinion you absorb slowly chips away at your clarity. That's why the most powerful transformations happen in silence. David Goggins didn't spend his time convincing the world he was becoming stronger. He became stronger, and the world had no choice but to notice. He trained in solitude. He suffered in silence. He grew in the shadows, and when he stepped into the light, there was nothing left to prove. Silence isn't the absence of effort. It's the redirection of energy. Instead of wasting time defending your dream, you're building it. Instead of looking outward for confirmation, you're looking inward for direction. That's what makes silence dangerous to the average person. It means you've stopped seeking validation, and that's where real power begins. When you let your results speak, you say more than words ever could. You show what consistency looks like. You embody discipline. You create a gravity around you that doesn't need noise. People begin to ask questions. How did they do it? Where did this come from? But they won't get answers because the answer was in the quiet, behind closed doors in the early mornings and late nights when no one was watching. This isn't about secrecy, it's about sovereignty. Not everyone deserves access to your mind. Not every idea needs a platform. Some things need to be nurtured in silence until they're too powerful to ignore. So here's your challenge for the next 30 days. Keep your goals to yourself. Create quietly. Execute without explanation. Let people see the outcome, not the blueprint. Discipline over everything. If there's one thing that separates the people who talk about change from the ones who actually create it, it's discipline. Not talent, not luck. Discipline. The decision to do what needs to be done even when motivation is gone and no one is watching. David Goggins didn't build himself through hype or excitement. He built himself in the quiet hours, in the pain, in the routine, in the repetition. Because that's what discipline is. It's not glamorous. It's not exciting. But it's what makes transformation inevitable. You don't rise by doing what feels good. You rise by doing what's necessary. Discipline is waking up when it's easier to sleep. It's pushing through workouts when your body says quit. It's sticking to your plan when life throws distractions in your face. And when you choose discipline daily, something incredible happens. You stop negotiating with your old self. The version of you that craved comfort starts to fade, and the version of you that's hungry for growth takes the lead. This is the ultimate form of mindset motivation. Doing it anyway. No hype, no excuses, just relentless execution. Most people wait for the perfect moment, but the perfect moment doesn't exist, and that's why they stay stuck. Discipline says, I'll show up anyway, not because it's easy, but because it's who I am now. And let's be clear, discipline doesn't mean perfection. It means consistency. It means having a bad day but showing up the next day. It means missing once but never missing twice. That's how you build momentum. That's how results begin to stack. So here's your challenge. Choose one habit that aligns with your next level. Commit to it for the next 21 days. Track it, honor it, make it non-negotiable. Drop a comment. I choose discipline. And now, as we wrap up this series, don't just listen, apply. Because information changes nothing without execution. In the next and final segment, we'll bring everything together and challenge you to live it loud in your actions, silent in your steps. At the end of this journey, one truth becomes undeniable. Everything you need is already inside you. The strength, the discipline, the focus, it's all there, waiting to be activated. But it doesn't come to life through words. It comes alive through action, through silence, through self-respect. That's what mindset motivation is all about. It's not just a feeling, it's a lifestyle, a commitment, a quiet promise to yourself that you'll stop giving your energy to the wrong things and start building something unshakable from within. If there's one lesson to carry with you, let it be this. You do not owe the world an explanation for your growth. You don't need to prove yourself to people who were never meant to understand your path. Your job is not to convince, it's to become. And becoming takes consistency, clarity, and courage. So if this message has stirred something inside you, if a part of you is tired of being distracted, misunderstood, or drained, it's time to do something different. Not louder, not bigger, just more intentional. Thank you for being here, for showing up. Not just to watch, but to reflect. That already puts you ahead of most people. But don't let this just be another video you finish and forget. Let this be the moment you begin. If this resonated with you, drop a comment. I choose growth. Share it with someone who needs a mindset reset. And if you haven't yet, subscribe, because this is just the beginning of a new chapter, built on clarity, focus, and unstoppable momentum. Your journey doesn't need noise. It needs commitment. Protect your peace. Honor your energy. Show up for yourself, especially when no one's watching. That's where transformation lives. Now go. Turn this mindset motivation into daily action. Let the world feel your presence even when you say nothing at all.